Imagine if every choice you made created a new version of you, living out a different reality. In this video, we're going to explore the fascinating concept of parallel versions of yourself and how understanding them can unlock your potential. Let's go. Welcome to Empress Expressions. My name is Amber and I am the Empress here. And I welcome you whether you are new or you are returning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today I want to talk about parallel versions of you, right? Many of you, I'm sure, have heard about parallel realities, activating different timelines, different versions of yourself. So today, let's talk about it. Let's dig into what exactly that can mean for you. I want to see how this resonates with you all. So don't forget, I love it when you drop stuff down in the comments and you interact. Even if you don't have anything to say, just drop some emojis, some hearts, some tulips, some roses. Let me know that you're here, right? So the first thing that I have here is multiple realities. So every decision you make creates a parallel version of yourself, living out different outcomes and experiences based on those choices. So I love this stuff, right? Like, I am that esoteric chick that is like, let's talk about all the possibilities of a thing. I have a very, very expansive type of mindset. I like to dream of all the things. I like to just think of all the possibilities, right? So multiple realities. Every decision you make creates a parallel version of yourself. Just think about that. Like, how someone may say, you make a decision and it changes the trajectory of your life. That's exactly what this is saying. Like, literally, you make one decision and it can change your entire life. Like, for example, when I decided to go to school to become a cosmetologist, I had done hair all my life as a little girl. I did it on my baby dolls. I did it on my cousins. And there was a part of me that really, really enjoyed doing hair. So that particular, that specific desire, that interest, it sent me in a direction to seek out how to make it a type of lifestyle, a way of living, a way of supporting myself and my family. So from there, I then go to cosmetology school. That was a decision, right? That was a decision that I made for myself that literally has changed the trajectory of my life. I dedicated a year, an entire year, and I went to school as if it was a full-time job. I had a son. At the time, I was married, and I made the choice to do that, dedicate myself to that, and bring that into fruition, right? Now, and that was, like I said, that was like a full-time job. I had to create, or I had to collect 1,500 hours, right? So I graduate from that. I gave that my all. I was a team leader. My professors, my teachers spoke highly of me. Now I think about where I'm at today. Had I not made the decision to go to cosmetology school, I would not be a master eyelash technician now. I have 10 years in the game of doing eyelash extensions. I actually didn't even follow the path of doing hair. I still can do hair. I do my own hair. I do other people's hair at times. I still have the knowledge of doing hair, of color theory and all that different stuff. But that particular decision to go to cosmetology school opened up other pathways and decisions for me to make. So then I learned eyelash extensions and the art of that, and dedicated my time and being able to understand and be crafty in that particular skill. And now we are in today, which is a whole decade later, and now I'm a master eyelash technician, and I just completed my first in-person training course where now I am using my skills, my knowledge to teach others. that right there lets you know there are multiple realities, because had I not made the decision to go to cosmetology school, other realities, other opportunities would not have been presented to me. And had they been presented to me, I would not have seen them the same way. So multiple realities, decisions, like, we are powerful creators on the planet. We are God and goddesses in the flesh, okay? We are expressions of the divine. We are children of God, okay? For those that, are from a religious background like myself. I grew up in the church, right? I grew up, learning about the Bible and going to church every Sunday and Sunday school and pantyhose and all the things, right? And so I get the connection now. But what I'm saying here is that you are powerful. It is simply decisions that you make that will change the trajectory, change your life, will switch your reality. You will activate, create multiple realities and versions of yourself based off of one decision. One decision. Next, infinite possibilities. So exploring parallel versions of yourself helps you understand the infinite possibilities and potential paths your life could take. So like going back to the cosmetology example, making the decision to go to school and dedicate myself to full time, right? Because there was another option that I could have taken, and I think it was a 2-year option, which meant that I pretty much went to a cosmetology school part-time. But I decided to go full time. I decided to go from 8 to 5 every day for an entire year, right? Because I made that decision, like I said, it then expanded my view. It expanded what I could see possible for myself. The potentiality of things became greater, right? The probability of things became greater. So with that, I'm thinking, I'm going to go to cosmetology school to do hair. Like, that's why I even decided to go. Realizing that cosmetology, being a cosmetologist or having your cosmetology operator license, it is the umbrella for a lot of different things. So now I have the power to do esthetician work. I can do manicurist work. I can do nails. I can, the esthetician is the skin, so I can do things with the skin. I can do eyelash extensions, right? And so just making that decision opened up the possibilities for me. Eyelash extensions was not on my radar. It was not on my radar when I decided to go to cosmetology school, right? So the infinite possibilities, I learned of things that I could tap into, ways that I could create financial stability for myself just by making the decision to go to cosmetology school. Not really understanding that it was way more than just hair, right? You have the power to now become a business owner, an entrepreneur, have employees, master something so well that you can now teach it. And to me, I do not know, had I not made that decision to, go get my cosmetology license, I don't know if I would have had the experiences that I have had at this point. So just the infinite possibilities that I opened myself up to, the multiple realities that I gained access to because I made one simple decision. And it wasn't just that one decision, it was the decision after that I continuously made, right? Get my license, go to school, show up for class, take the test, study, right? And not only do you go to class, go to school, get the knowledge, now I've got to go improve myself to the state. Not just on paper, but in a practical sense too. I have to demo, use my hands, use my body, and show what it is that I've learned and what I can do. And I have continued education that I have to keep up with every 2 years to keep my license active. So the infinite possibilities, the realities that I have unlocked and activated because of my decision. Next, I have self-discovery. So reflecting on parallel versions of yourself can provide insight into your true desires, your strengths, and areas for growth, helping you align with your highest potential. Ashe, you hear me? Because I naturally embody like leader qualities. I always have. I've always had a very strong mind. I've always had a very strong opinion. Now, through life, things happen, and I may have shied away from what were naturally my strengths, right? But what I do want to mention right now in this video is using the cosmetology license and making that decision to go to cosmetology school. That was a true path of self-discovery. Like I said, I didn't even know eyelash extensions was on the radar. I literally hit up a girlfriend one day and was like, hey, I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for something different. And she's like, oh, I'm working at this place. You should come in. They're actually looking for people to train. I got trained by one of the top franchises in the country, I believe. Like, I'm pretty sure that there are multiple chains of this particular company all across particular company all across our country. And so I literally got an interview the next day and started training, I think 2 days later. Like bam, 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 like alignment, right? And I didn't know extensions was a possibility, but I went down this path of self-discovery, and through that, working for this company and seeing certain things, not really agreeing with some of the things and how they moved and how they operated, still appreciative, right, of getting the skill. Because had I not made the decision to get that job, go for that job, go to training was not a joke. Like, being the master lash artist that I am today took hours upon practice upon people, upon frustration, upon aches and pains in my hands and my wrists and my back and my neck to be where I am today. But in working with that company, being a part of that company, being one of their employees, that's when I tapped into, oh, Amber, you are a boss. Like, you are to have your own things. You are to create your own things. You're going to learn, you're going to pick up things along the way, and then you implement them to create what you want to create. And that was a part of my self-discovery in making that decision and activating that version of myself. It was a reality that I activated, and I stepped onto the path, right? So you really do discover strengths and desires and true alignment with who you are and what it is that you're supposed to be doing. I've always known that I'm supposed to help people, hence why I have this YouTube channel, right? It's in me, it's in my soul to give and share. It's not always the easiest thing for me, but I know that that's a part of my growth, is to share what I know and to be the best version of myself and to activate realities for myself that I desire to experience, right? And I'm going to constantly get the knowledge. I'm going to constantly put myself in situations and experiences to receive the knowledge, to receive the wisdom, so that I can then come and share it, right? So that I can then be in my full goddess power and navigate my life in alignment to my soul's purpose, right? So self-discovery was 100% hands down a journey that I took in really tapping into this parallel version of myself, activating and having access to this reality, So I say all this to say is your decisions activate and gain you access, grant you access to beautiful, beautiful outcomes. So many outcomes. Like, the world is our playground. You can have whatever you want. Absolutely whatever you want. You just have to be willing to put the work in. You have to be willing to dedicate to it. And you have to be willing to, first of all, make a decision, right? The mind is a powerful, powerful thing. Anything that we think, anything we feel, anything we act upon, we create. Right? So that's the simple concept of parallel versions of yourself. This isn't something that you tap into and then you make it happen. This is something that's constantly happening, regardless of if you're conscious of it or you're unconscious of it, right? It's something that's constantly happening. It's like still shot, still shot, still shot, still shot, constantly, constantly, constantly happening. It never stops. It's just a matter of you understanding how this works, how this life works, how this world works, how you create with intention, right? With purpose, and how making a decision is that, whether you do it consciously or unconsciously. So that is what I have for you when it comes to parallel versions of yourself. You have the power to have what you want. You have the power to activate realities. It's just a simple decision. It's a simple decision to dedicate yourself, to devote yourself, to do the action, to take the inspired action. They're just decisions after decisions. And I hope that this video empowers you to understand that you have the power. If you see yourself being a wealthy millionaire, owning an island with 5 jets, or whatever it is for you, that's not my dream, but I'm just throwing some stuff out there. You can have that. There's a version of you that has that. To be with the love of your life, to have a successful relationship. There's a version of you that has that. There's a version of you that has great health, a fit body, money in the bank. Shawty, what you drink? Sorry. But there's versions of you, whatever you want, there's a version of you of that. There's a reality of you with that, having that, maintaining that, loving that, enjoying that. It's yours. So I'm closing out with that. Drop down in the comments if this resonates with you. Let me know if you have tapped into this and you're understanding how to shift your life. You can play with this thing, okay? You can play with this thing. This is to be fun. It may not always feel good, but we're here to experience and to enjoy. So drop me some stuff down in the comments. Good vibes only. If you really don't have anything to say, or you're not really super comfortable with sharing, just drop some emojis. Let me know you're here. I love hearts, I love roses, and I love tulips. And so in the meantime, in between time, I send you so much love. I send you so much light, and I send you peace. Bye.